Chat, we are back at it again. Another week of TNC, and this is a very, very big week. This is the fallout of Full Speed Ahead. We have a new world champion as Kez Phoenix was able to make Pete Brent's tap out to the Anaconda Vice. Seth Ross able to retain his All-Star Championship, but unable to win the Royal Rumble. We'll get back to that in a minute. The corporation able to defeat the BHS in Anarchy in the Arena, which got them a title shot, a tag team title shot, in the main event here tonight. And then our two Rumble winners, Olivia Harnage for the women, who her career is now in jeopardy after what happened on BCW recently. And then the man she beat for the BCW championship, Zyler Glass, after losing in Anarchy in the Arena, went on to win the Men's Royal Rumble. And that brings us to present day, where we have a lot of questions to be answered still. And let us not waste any more time as we jump right into episode 29. Pete Brent, the former champ, making his way into the ring to address what happened last week and what the plan for him is moving forward.
Let's not sugarcoat what happened last week at Full Speed Ahead. I lost the World Championship, and not only that, I got tossed out of the Royal Rumble nearly as fast as I entered. It was not a good night for me, to say the least. But, as we all know, there's always a path forward. But before we start marching on that path, let's rewind a little bit first. Because Kez Phoenix used to be someone I thought not only I could trust, but everybody could trust. A man who left zero doubt in anybody's mind that he would be a man of his word. Until he wasn't. And in almost an instant, he became a killer. Cold and brutal and unrelenting, yet tactical. For 2 whole years, Kez Phoenix gave everyone he's ever known the illusion that he was every booker's knight in shining armor, their Clark Kent, their Superman. But in a cruel twist of fate, he was his own kryptonite the whole time. Time after time, with the crowd behind him, he couldn't even win matches with the lowest of stakes. And he hit rock bottom. So what does he do? He finds someone to harness that kryptonite and manipulate it to work for him, and all it took was 5 weeks for that manipulation to culminate into the biggest win of his career. And as we shift back to the future, my path to the World Championship is very, very clear. As the former world champion, I am owed a rematch clause anytime and anywhere I say. And it just so happens that Turning Point is coming up in just a few weeks. And I can't think of a better time to get my title back and bring it home for a third time than that Turning Point. So Kez, you can keep my title warm for the next 4 weeks, because by the end of Turning Point, I'll have left no doubt that
Owen King, his music hit. Remember, he's still owed a world title match.
No. That's not how any of this works, Pete. Did you forget that I never got my title opportunity that was promised to me at Vice City Bash? No, I was stripped of that opportunity because of egocentric Hank Killstrom sticking his nose in business that was not his own. The whole world knows I would have beaten you. I would have taken that title from above the ring. And I would have taken my spot on the throne of TNC. But because of Killstrom, I'm not standing here today as your world champion. I'm once again the hunter. Pete, you failed to beat Kez. Your time's up at the top. It's time for you to accept that. It's time for you to go back of the line after losing the title to Keith and losing the title to Kez. It's time for fresh blood at the top of the division. And then your next world heavyweight champion will not be Pete Brent. No, it will be Owen King.
Owen, you have this unique ability to sound like a bigger and bigger egomaniac every single time you show up in this ring, which, for a guy who hasn't done jack shit since he got here, is quite impressive. What you need to understand is that this is a give and take world, but you only expect to be given. You don't know how to take. Just like when Kent took your spot at Vice City Bash. Look at you. I can see your face getting redder by the second. It's just the thought of Kent that makes your blood boil. So here's what we're gonna do. I spoke to the CEO over the weekend, and there's gonna be a match next week. You and Kent are gonna open the show in a submission match. Now you may be wondering, why of all matches, a submission match? It's pretty simple. Imagine a scenario where you have to go home to your significant other. You gotta sit down on the couch, look them straight in the eye, and say you got tapped out by the man that put you on the shelf. Quite humbling, isn't it? Now for the winner. They'll go on to face me in the main event next week. And should whoever gets there beat me, they'll be added to the world title match at Turning Point, and they'll get to choose a stipulation. If I win, it's me versus Kez, one-on-one, and it's my choice of stipulation. So you better get going and get prepared, because you do not want to see me in the main event next week. But should you make it there, I'll gladly hold your funeral service.
An absolute bombshell dropped by the former world champion to kick off this show. Definitely going to make next week a must-watch event. But ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to our opening match. Austin Dallas set to compete in his very first one-on-one match here in TNC after debuting in the Royal Rumble last week and had a pretty good performance in the Rumble as well. So Dallas definitely looking to keep up the momentum that he may have built in that Rumble match despite not winning at all. He'll be going one-on-one against a former All-Star champion for his very first one-on-one match in the purple and blue. Another Owen. Nico Fox has not been very consistent in the long time in this company, since the early days of TNC. But looking to find his path back to the All-Star Championship. And he's been, quite frankly, out of those conversations since early January. But a win here against Austin Dallas could do him wonders in the near future. But ever since that title win, he just has not been able to win consistently. But this could be Nico's time to shine. Both men set to go. And here we go. Both men coming out strong. Spade Epidemic going crazy in this one. Is Austin Dallas applying the waistlock onto Nico Fox. But Fox able to break it up and apply a waistlock of his own here. Still keeping that waistlock applied. Dallas trying to break the grip of Fox. But Nico with the roll up and an immediate kick out by Dallas. And now another tie up here. And Fox gonna shove Dallas into the corner. And now the ref gonna break them up, but a big right hand sends Dallas straight back into the corner. Yeah, I know there's a big ass delay. I don't know why it's so big today. It's usually not nearly that big a delay. Fox, big power slam by Dallas. And now Dallas off the top rope, nobody home on the moonsault. And Nico with the neck breaker. But Dallas able to catch Fox with that kick. And now Dallas hammering in those rights. Turning Fox around, stomp to the calf. And continuing to go after the lower body of Nico Fox. Potentially trying to stop Nico from hitting that Nico knee. Dallas now to the apron. Big shoulder block over the top rope. But Nico Fox able to turn this around and land a few rights to Dallas. Fox with a big kick to the chest of Austin Dallas. And now the knee to the jaw. Dallas dragon screw to Fox, again going after that knee. And now Dallas off the rope, big lariat. But Nico again able to respond. Has control of the arm and drops the knee. And now turning Dallas around. Knee to the back of the head. Turning him over again. And now Dallas able to catch him with a kick. And Dallas with a German suplex. Hanging on to Nico Fox. Nico can't grab the ropes to counter. And Austin Dallas with the trifecta of German suplexes. And Dallas now into the cover on Nico. 1, 2, and a kick out. Nico with a hip toss there. Now stomping at Dallas, but Dallas able to avoid that elbow from Fox. And now landing a big forearm to Nico, stopping any momentum he could have created. But Nico with the kick to build some separation between him and Dallas. And now Nico coming in with a big drop kick. And now he's up to the top rope. Fox with the double axe handle off the top. Now into the cover on Dallas. 1 and a kick out. Fox bringing Dallas up to a knee. Off the ropes. Went for a big lariat of his own, but Dallas able to get out of the way. And now Austin Dallas thinking ankle lock. He's got it locked in. Middle of the ring. What's Nico Fox going to do? Can he reach the ropes? No, Dallas letting go of the ankle lock. And now Fox to his feet. Dallas went for another shoulder tackle, but Fox able to avoid. And now Nico, the double knees to the back of the head, into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dallas. And now Fox up to the top rope, hitting the splash, into the cover. 1, 2, kick out again by Dallas. And now all of a sudden Nico Fox in complete control of this match. This is Austin Dallas retreating to the apron, able to land a right forearm. And now taking down Nico Fox into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Fox. And Fox again able to turn it around on Austin Dallas. The momentum here is completely shifted as Nico has the submission locked in, but Austin Dallas able to get a boot to the face. Come on, El Paso. Dallas. Huge German suplex. Nico to his feet. Able to avoid. And now into the corner. Dallas goes face first into the turnbuckle. And Nico whipped into the corner. Jumping over Dallas. Off the ropes. Ducks the forearm. And a big clothesline. And now Fox into the cover again. 1, 2. Kick out again by Austin Dallas. Dallas back to his feet. Nico with the suplex. Nico with the elbow now, trying to drag Dallas back towards the middle of the ring. Dallas now on his back. And now Nico hit. Wait, no! He went for the Nico knee, but it got blocked by Austin Dallas. World's Strongest Slam. And all of a sudden, Austin Dallas has life again. But Nico Fox with the elbow in the corner. And now Dallas whipped into the corner. Big uppercut. Elbow. Face first into the turnbuckle. Into a 619 by Nico Fox. And now Nico planting Dallas into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And that is a huge, huge win for Nico Fox. We'll see if Nico Fox can build on the momentum of a win here on TNC. In his path to getting back to the All-Star Championship has just begun. for one Austin Dallas. And maybe back to the drawing board after a loss to Nico Fox. Impressive performance by Fox as well as Dallas. A good opening match. Texas is over. It's not always about how you start, it's about how you finish. And Nico Fox certainly took that to heart in this match. Did not get off to a strong start at all. But able to overcome the onslaught brought on by Austin Dallas early on. And Nico Fox able to pick up the win in this opening match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our first Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier. Nikita Black making her TNC debut in the Rumble as well. But did not have the best performance in that Rumble. Getting eliminated quite early. But Black, of course, well known for her time in the Bandit Club and RHW, and now looking to make her presence felt here on TNC, as is this woman, the last ever RHW Women's Champion. Casey Scott also making her debut in the Women's Rumble. Burst onto the scene in RHW late in its life. And as I said, their last ever Women's Champion. And now looking to climb the ranks of the TNC Women's Division and get her hands on the TNC Women's Championship and technically make her a double champion. Technically. Either way, both women looking for a spot in the Women's Title Elimination Chamber at Turning Point. Of course, Kendall Hendricks has the first spot. Why she? What do you mean? Why is she black now? She always was. Black with that side headlock applied to Scott. And Scott able to push her off, ducking under, now jumping over, and a big shot to the gut. Casey Scott missing that elbow, or not the elbow, the forearm. And Black missing the knee there. The big boot doesn't connect. And now these two women lock up again. And it's Scott forcing Black into the ropes, and now a big right hand, and they'll tie up again. And again, it's Casey Scott overpowering Nikita Black. No, she was not white. And now a roll up here by Nikita Black. One, and a kick out by Scott. And Scott now dragging Nikita Black, but Black able to get those elbows into the gut of Scott. Reversal here by Scott. Now into the corner, building up steam, but an elbow there by Nikita Black, stopping all of Casey Scott's momentum. And now Casey Scott getting stretched out. But Scott able to reverse it into a hip toss. And Black able to counter that kick. Dodge there by both women, and a drop kick by Nikita Black. Black now up to the top rope. And the crossbody connecting from Nikita Black into the cover on Casey Scott. But an immediate kick out. Scott quickly to her feet. Eats a right hand. And now a shot to the back. And gets put on her back by Nikita Black. And now Black maybe looking to end it. But no. Casey Scott able to reverse. And now a reversal by Nikita Black. Scott off the ropes. Black ducking under. And a big hip toss by Nikita Black. Scott up to her feet. Big kick by Black into the cover to punch her ticket to the chamber. 1, 2, and a kick out. Now up to the middle rope. Nobody home on the splash. But Nikita Black still able to maintain control with that dragon screw. It's Casey Scott crawling up to her feet in the corner. Another shot to the back. And now going after the left leg of Casey Scott. And driving her boots into the chest. Now into the cover again goes Nikita Black. 1, 2, and another kick out by Scott. Black getting countered there by Scott. But a big boot from both women. And Casey Scott hoisting Nikita Black up and dropping her with the knee. Into the cover she goes. 1, 2, kick out by Black. And Casey Scott may have just turned this match on its head. Ducking under Nikita Black. Big right hand. And now it's Casey Scott from the middle rope dropping the knee. And now off the ropes again. Casey Scott ducking under, landing the Superman punch. Sending a message to the women's champ into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Casey Scott has qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber in 4 weeks' time at Turning Point. And we still got 4 more spots to give out for that chamber match. But a third of the field has been settled. Kendall Hendricks obviously getting in as the champion. But Casey Scott is the first woman to qualify for the chamber. Casey Scott could be on the rise quickly here in TNC, but now we move on to our first of 2 tag matches on the night.
Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 374 pounds, Matt Marco!
Fat making his first appearance on an episode of TNC in tag team action with Chef Tony Bolognese, as they have now formed the Heart Attack Dynasty. And of course, with Leah Maserati by their side, anything is possible. Because, you know, somebody's got to be supplying the heart attacks, and it's either going to be Maserati or Chef Tony in the kitchen. Because we all know Fat cannot cook, but he very much can wrestle. And he certainly does know how to make an entrance too. Fat, the number 2 entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble. Number 1, of course, being Matt Marco. Matt's so stunned by Fat's debut that when Fat went up to start feet on the ropes, he just stood there in shock as the crowd here in the TNC arena are feting with Fat. What an entrance. And of course, the man supplying the heart attacks, Chef Tony Bolognese, who made his debut in the first Royal Rumble way back when, in January. Put on a great performance in that Rumble, but did not have the same success the second time around. Now Chef and Fat teaming up for the first time ever here on TNC to take on Zach Morningstar and Adam Ace. I believe this is the first time that Adam Ace and Zach Morningstar are teaming up together since they challenged the VHS for the tag team titles. Not long after, Adam Ace betrayed Zyler Glass and Cole Crimson and aligned himself with Morningstar and the Titan Brothers. You gotta wonder if there's some ring rust in terms of being a tag team communication between Adam Ace and Zach Morningstar. With two big personalities, they didn't fend well against Cole and Zyler, but can they fare better against Fat and the Chef, who are teaming for the very first time? And here we go. Fat and Zach Morningstar starting this one off. And Fat with the handspring into the enziguri. And already Fat showing off the fat athleticism. It's hard to say. But Morningstar able to connect with a DDT. And a big stomp to the belly of Fat. Now Morningstar getting countered by Fat as Morningstar gets whipped into the corner. And now one of the Titans jawing at Fat, giving Morningstar some time to recover, and a backbreaker to Fat, tagging to Adam Ace. And Ace going to continue the beatdown on Fat here. And a Spanish fly to Fat from Ace. And a big boot. I don't know how he pulled that off. But Adam Ace lining up Fat here for a big knee. And now picking up Fat. But Fat getting those elbows in on Adam Ace. Ace back to his feet. Springboard enziguri. And now the arm drag launching Fat like a beach ball in a crowd. But Fat able to turn it around into the cover on Adam Ace, and a kick out at 1 from the former RHW World Champion. And now Ace whipped into the corner. Cheap shot there from the Chef, but we will allow it. And now Fat over the top rope and nobody home. And Adam Ace back to his feet. But Fat keeping the pressure on. But Adam Ace able to land all those strikes and now landing a DDT. And now Fat whipped into the corner. But Fat able to get the elbow up. Fat with a DDT. And now going after the arm and the shoulder of Adam Ace. Fat off the ropes, looking for the Fat shot. Into the cover, but broken up by Morningstar. And again, the Titans jawing on the outside. Fat very, very distracted from the Titans. And Eli Titan just got ejected from ringside as Fat making the tag to the Chef, who will enter for the first time. But a big boo from Adam Ace laying out the Chef. Chef with those elbows to the gut of Adam Ace. And now a big boot to the face. Chef into the cover on Adam Ace to win the match. 1 and a kick out. And Chef still keeping that pressure applied. Now up to the top rope. Adam Ace still laid out. And he drops the knee across the neck of Adam Ace. Cover again. 1, 2, and a kick out by Ace. Adam Ace with a drop kick to the Chef. Now Ace off the ropes, landing the shin across the face. And a German suplex from Ace. And now Adam Ace making the tag back into Zach Morningstar. But a facebuster from the Chef. Planting Morningstar, but Morningstar quickly able to turn it right back around into a cover here and immediate kick out. And the Chef, huge lariat into the cover, one, and a kick out. And the Chef laying out Morningstar, dragging him back to his feet, off the ropes, went for the Superman punch, but now Morningstar looking for the trifecta of German suplexes. He's already hit one, now he's hit two, and now he's hit the third. Into the cover, broken up by Fat. Now Morningstar off the ropes. Big shot to the gut there from the Chef. Whipped into the corner. And a tag into Fat. Double team coming from Fat and the Chef. But Morningstar able to get an elbow up and turn this right back around. But Fat with the hip toss. And Fat landing the kick. And now the uppercut. Fat with a huge kick to the back of the head. Dragging Morningstar back to his feet. And now looking to finish him off. The Fat Tussie Driver! Into the cover. 1, 2. Broken up by Adam Ace. Both men back to their feet. As Fat whipped into the corner. And now a tag into Adam Ace. Now Ace with a kick to the knee. Now a super kick to the jaw. And Fat dragged to the middle of the ring. Into the cover, but broken up by the Chef immediately. And now the Lion Salt by Adam Ace. Fat able to reverse the Irish Whip. And now turning Adam Ace around. Shot to the back and another from Fat. Now Adam Ace with a kick to the back of Fat. Get himself out of the corner. Now Fat hoisting up Adam Ace for the Samoan drop. And Ace whipped into the corner now. Another double team coming here from the Heart Attack Dynasty. As Fat gonna send the Chef flying across the ring. And Adam Ace gonna roll to the outside. And the Chef gonna meet him there. Chef going after the knee. And now Chef tossing Adam Ace into Leah Maserati. Count up to 5 on the outside here as Adam Ace sending the Chef into the steps. And the count up to 7 is Adam Ace now turning his attention over to Fat. Stunner sending Fat to the outside. And now Maserati getting up on the apron. Backstabber from the Chef. And the Chef with the big knee. And now the Chef up to the top rope. landing the big kick to Adam Ace. And now Adam Ace off the ropes. Spear by the Chef. Into the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2.5 by Adam Ace. The Chef cannot believe it. The spear was undercooked and needed to go back in the oven. Adam Ace whipped into the corner, tag into Fat. Adam Ace eating the double shoulder block as Fat putting all of his body weight onto the back of Adam Ace. As Braxton Titan tried to grab at the leg of Fat, but Fat too agile for Braxton Titan. And now Fat looking for another Fat Tootsie Driver, and he connects. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out again. Are you kidding me? Tag into Chef. And Adam Ace able to get a boot up. And a clothesline. Now dragging the Chef back to his feet. But Chef able to reverse Adam Ace. But Ace able to get that elbow up. Now Adam Ace off the ropes. Superman punch connecting. And now the Chef looking for the slice and dice. Potentially. No, he's not looking slice and dice. He lands the knee. Into the cover. To put Adam Ace away. 1, 2, 3. And the Heart Attack Dynasty are officially undefeated in tag team action, as they were always meant to be. Rest in piss to all my ops. That match could have gone either way. But at the same time, it never felt like Fat or the Chef were ever in any danger of losing. They controlled the majority of that match. But Adam Ace and Zach Morningstar still had their chances. But they could not capitalize, and the Heart Attack Dynasty were able to put them away. Superman punch and the knee after eating 2 Fat Tootsie Drivers, and that was all she wrote for Adam Ace and Zach Morningstar.
Here are your winners, Matt Marco and Tony Cook.
A big congratulations to the Heart Attack Dynasty, scoring the win in their first ever tag team match. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled to hear from the Royal Rumble winner, Zyler Glass, before he defends his tag team titles in the main event tonight.
You know, it took a lot for me to come out here today. A lot for me to come out here and say what I have to say, to address all the people here in TNC. Now, it's no secret that I left BCW on maybe the worst terms of all time. But today I'm going to explain why I left and why I am exclusively here in TNC. You see, Reporter Pete had a vision. This company was going to be great. But the BCW, they had a vision too. But that vision involved the death of my family. I didn't want anything to do with it. I wanted nothing to do with it. So now, knowing all that, I was at a crossroads. What do I do? What do I do? I left BCW because they're directly responsible for the death of my family. And I had no choice. I had no choice. You know, every time I try to have sex with my girlfriend and look at those massive titties, all I can see is bloodshed and war from BCW. I can't look at my girlfriend's massive honkers without suffering. This is what is done to the common man. BCW has ruined my life, but now I am here in TNC and I am ready to dominate. But enough about the past, let's get to the present. I just won the Royal Rumble at full speed ahead. And I'm going to go on to main event Clash of the Titans. And no man is more ready than I. I don't care if you throw me Kez Phoenix, if you throw me Pete Brents, if you throw me Matt Marco. Hell, you can even throw me the zombie of Owen Spade. I'm going to destroy them because I am Zyler Glass. I'm the best in the world. I'm the man of many minds. And many people might think that I'm not as good as I claim to be. But if you look at my resume, you'll see that as purely incorrect. My run in RHW is a fluke. Ever since then, win after win after win. I'm the best, not because of what I can do in the ring, but because how good I truly am. I can back it up like nobody's business. And everyone is soon to realize I will be the TNC World Champion.
Zyler Glass making his plans known. He's fully intent on becoming the next TNC World Champion in the main event of Clash of the Titans too. But now we move on to a very, very interesting match. Matt Marco has been on a bit of a decline ever since he was kicked out of the corruption. And now he'll go up against his former tag partner, the man he held the tag team championships with by the end of the night at Clash 1. That, of course, being Tyler Vincent, who was unable to capture the All-Star Championship last week, much to the chagrin of Peter Krill.
And his opponent, representing the coalition from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Tyler Vincent.
But Krill may be cutting Tyler a little bit of slack, knowing that he has the TNC World Championship in his possession. And that, of course, is the main prize. And Peter Krill definitely has all the power in this company right now with that belt. But knowing Krill, he wants more than just the World Championship. He wants it all. And now Tyler And Matt set to go one-on-one. The bell is rung, and here we go. Big chop right out the gate by Tyler. And Tyler with the big boots to the ribs and the forearm to the face. And now locking up the arms. A clubbing blow to the neck and another. And now going after the lower body of Matt Marco. But Matt able to kick Tyler off. And able to land that moonsault. But Tyler able to reverse with that kick. And now stomping away at the chest of Marco. Tyler up to the top rope quickly. Matt to his feet. And Tyler with the crossbody. But Matt able to reverse. Matt with repeated kicks to the face. And now a flurry of right hands. And now Matt looking for another moonsault to his former tag partner. And a big knee may have knocked out Tyler cold. And now Matt, the flurry of back shots to Tyler Vincent. But Tyler to his feet. Matt went for an elbow. Tyler went for a boot. Neither able to connect. But Tyler with that elbow strike. And now Tyler into the cover. And a kick out at 1 by Matt. But now Matt with a roll up here onto Tyler and an immediate kick out. Tyler dropping Matt on his back into the cover again. 1 and another kick out by Matt. Tyler up to the top rope. Once again waiting for Matt to reach his feet. And another crossbody from Tyler. Tyler up to the top. Went for the black arrow, but nobody home. Matt with the stomp. And the kicks to the ribs, followed by the forearm again. And now Matt thinking back shot, and he connects. Cover. 1 and a kick out at 1 off the back shot. Tyler went for the knee of Matt Marco, but Matt just kind of ate it. Kick to the back of the head there by Marco. And Matt maybe looking to put this one away early. Matt with the Matussi stretcher locked in on Tyler Vincent. He's wrenching and lets go of the stretcher. Tyler up to his feet. Kick there by Matt. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Wow. Message sent from Matt Marco. Fast-paced, high-octane match. And it certainly ended quick. But not in the way Peter Krill would have hoped, as Tyler Vincent taking the loss to his former tag partner, Matt Marco.
Here is your winner, Matt Marco.
And that is a huge, huge win for Matt, as he looks to climb the ranks again and become a champion in TNC once again.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the corporation from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Miss Love.
Luna Lovell able to pick up a huge win for the corporation last week in Anarchy in the Arena, getting the pin on Cole Crimson right in the middle of the ring. And that got the corporation a tag team title match in the main event tonight. But now Luna Lovell is set to go one-on-one with a former two-time TNC Women's Champion in Selena. Lovell somehow has not picked up a win one-on-one in over 6 months. I believe she's 0-9 in one-on-one action since the release of 2K25. But can tonight be the night that she breaks the streak? For a while, it seemed like Selena was on track to get another crack at the TNC Women's Championship. But then out of nowhere, she got completely derailed by Olivia Martinez. And through all of that, Kendall Hendricks still somehow is the women's champion after being able to successfully defend in yet another triple threat 2 weeks ago on episode 28. But now it's Selena looking to get back on track and back up to where she feels that she belongs, and that's with that championship around her waist for a third time. Both women set to go here. And the bell is rung. Here we go. Lovewell and Selena locking up to start this match. And Selena able to overpower Lovewell into the corner. And a nasty slap by Selena there. But Lovewell dishing it right back to the former champ with a huge suplex. And now Selena into a cover here on Lovewell, but an immediate kick out. And now Selena with a drop kick to the back. And now the arm drag from Selena. To the apron she goes. And now Lovewell to her feet. Selena overshooting Luna Lovewell there. And Lovewell now trying to take advantage with the flurry of clotheslines. And now coming in with the left hands. Lovewell missing the kick. And these two women will tie up once again. Waistlock applied by Luna Lovewell. Selena desperately trying to find a way out of this waistlock, trying to break the grip. And she's able to. And able to turn it into a headlock down on the mat. And Selena now starting to wrench in that headlock. Lovewell looking for an escape. And now Lovewell starting to rise to her feet. But Selena smartly changing the pressure point. Now going after the shoulder of Lovewell. And now an arm drag by the former champ. And now another arm drag by Selena. Lovewell able to catch that kick. And Lovewell maybe thinking another suplex, but Selena able to get out and chop at the back of the knee. And Selena with a nasty neck breaker. Lovewell now to her feet. Off the ropes. Stomp to the gut. And now Selena maybe thinking figure four or something even worse. She's got Luna Lovewell all kinds of tied up but can't hold on for long. And Lovewell forced to retreat to the outside, but Selena right on her tail. Lovewell able to counter, sending Selena into the barricade. And now Selena tossed back into the ring. Counter there by Selena. And Selena, Sister Abigail out of nowhere. But she's not done. Into a roll-up. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lovewell. Into the split from Selena. Now Selena off the apron with the springboard shooting star. And now Selena trying to drag Lovewell to the corner. Face first off the turnbuckle she goes. And Selena eats a boot from Lovewell. And now a fisherman suplex from Luna Lovewell, bridging the cover. 2 and a kick out. And now Lovewell with the submission locked in. Is Selena gonna tap here? No, Lovewell letting go. Knee to the groin and another knee to the groin. As once again Selena back in control of Luna Lovewell. Lovewell off the ropes. Big kick by Selena. And now Selena with speed missing the enziguri in the corner. And Selena goes face first off the turnbuckle. And now Lovewell out of the corner, dropping Selena on her back. Into the cover she goes. 1, 2, and a kick out. Lovewell has control of Selena, looking for the suplex, but no, Selena with a knee to the head. And now it's Lovewell whipped into the corner, but she's able to get an elbow up. And now Lovewell with a kick to the face. Selena to her feet on the apron, now back in the ring. But Selena able to trip her up into the rings of Saturn in the middle of the ring. Luna Lovewell has nowhere to go. Will she tap? Yes, she will. And the run of bad luck, or the run of misfortune, I should say, for Luna Lovell continues. Now 0-10, I believe, in singles matches since the release of 2K25, which is just brutal. But Selena definitely needed a pick-me-up victory, and that is exactly what she got. Able to tap out Luna Lovell, who definitely put up a good fight in this match, but once again could not get the job done.
Here is your winner,
And Selena now, once again, back on the climb towards a third title reign for that TNC Women's Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event. Alex Cruz and Miguel Tigre definitely need to thank Luna Lovell for this opportunity, because she was the one who got the pin over Cole Crimson last week at Full Speed Ahead. And now they have the chance to become TNC Tag Team Champions. Of course, the corporation, all the way back in the tag team title tournament, were able to upset the BHS in the semifinals to make it to Clash. But unfortunately for them, the corruption had their number that night and became the inaugural tag team champions. And not long after, they would drop it to the BHS, Cole Crimson and Zyla Glass, and they have held on to those titles ever since. It has been a very impressive run thus far for Cole and Zyler. But is tonight the night that they drop those titles? New champs on the way. We'll see. Of course, BHS have Nico Chambers by their side. Nobody at ringside with Alex Cruz and Miguel Tigre, as Luna Lovell just competed, and Darius Praise, of course, out with injury. So Lovell will be the only person at ringside in this title match. I've already lost count as to how many times they've defended these tag titles. But we gotta be approaching double digits soon. But this title reign will go down as one of the best title reigns in company history, along with Pete Brentz's first world title reign, as well as Isaac Graves' second All-Star title reign. And there you see the prize, the TNC Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Facing the challengers at a combined weight of 456 pounds, Mighty Tiger and Alex Cruz, the Corporation. And their opponents at a combined weight of 499 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Cole Crimson and Tyler Gates, the Brotherhood.
Can't let him be a double champ again. Cole and Zyler handing off those tag team titles, and the referee hoisting them up high. It'll be Miguel Tigre starting for the Corporation and Cole Crimson for the BHS. It is main event time, and here we go. Tigre, big knee out the gate to Cole Crimson. But Cole quickly back to his feet. Tigre still keeping the pressure on. Now with a backstabber to Cole. And Tigre, standing moonsault. And now an arm drag to Cole. Bringing him back up to his feet. Whipping Cole into his corner. And a tag into Alex Cruz as the double team. Big shot from Alex Cruz. But Cole seemingly waking up after that shot. Big kick to Alex Cruz, and Cole going for the tag. And now the Royal Rumble winner gonna go to work. But Alex Cruz getting the boot up, and now getting countered by Zyler Glass. And Glass up to the middle rope for the frog splash. And now Zyler with that Achilles lock applied, but quickly broken up. And a drop kick by Cruz. And Cruz with the Russian leg sweep to Glass. Arm first into the mat. As Cruz now going for the tag. Tigre back into this match. And Zyler whipped into the corner. Tigre turning him around. And a shot to the leg. But Glass able to counter, dropping Zyler, or dropping Tigre, excuse me. Zyler, crossroads. And now the double underhook German. But Zyler whipped into the corner, able to get an elbow up. Tigre hitting the destroyer on Zyler Glass. Into the cover in the corner. 1, 2, and a kick out. Zyler looking for a tag, able to get it. As Miguel Tigre was on the top rope. Cole with a lariat taking out Tigre. And now a leg drop to the arm. And now Cole with a stomp to the back of the head. And now a headbutt there. Tigre dazed in the corner. Cole now sending Tigre shoulder first into the post. And now just driving his boot into the jaw, into the cover. Cole goes to retain the championship, and a kick out by Tigre. Tigre able to counter there. Now has Cole up, but Cole able to get out and chop at the back of the knee. And quickly, Miguel Tigre getting a tag into Alex Cruz. And Cole able to get those elbows into the gut and a drop kick to the back of Cruz. And now Cruz whipped into the corner, shoving Zyler Glass almost off the apron, but eats a massive lariat by Cole, who's into the cover to retain and a kick out. And now Cruz catching Cole with a roll-up, but an immediate kick out by Cole. And now Cruz swinging neck breaker. Quickly getting Cole back to his feet. Has him up for the Michinoku driver. And Cole rolling to the outside. Cruz right behind him. And Cole tossed across the outside over by the announce table. And Cruz with a poison rana on the outside. And Cruz pounding away at Cole Crimson. And now tossing Cole into Nico Chambers. And now Cruz over the top, taking out Cole. And now Alex Cruz going to showcase the power. And now Alex Cruz with the double knees. Count up to 6 now on the outside as Cruz looking to get Cole back in the ring. And now Zyler Glass getting tossed back into the ring by Alex Cruz. And Cruz laying out Glass. But Cole now back to his feet, hitting the twist of fate. Into the cover to retain. 2, and a kick out by Cruz. Now a leg drop to the arm of Alex Cruz, who's desperate for a tag. He gets it as Zyler also gets the tag in from Cole. Enziguri by Miguel Tigre. And Tigre quickly in control, waiting for Zyler to reach his feet. But now jumps down back into the ring. And Nico Chambers causing a bit of a distraction. And the repeated chops by Glass into the discus forearm. As now another tag for Cole Crimson. And Cole firing up, but Miguel Tigre fired a boot. Both men missing there. But Miguel Tigre hoisting him up for the Brain Buster. Tigre up to the top. Frog splash! Into the cover, broken up by Zyler Glass. And Miguel Tigre is in complete control of this match right now. Mr. Cruz, I'm going to need you to hop up on that apron, buddy. Cole up to the top rope as Alex Cruz still watching from the outside. Cole with the elbow drop. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Tigre. And now Tigre whipped into the corner. Tigre able to get an elbow up though. But it's not much use. Another leg drop to the arm by Cole. Tigre able to land a jawbreaker. Buy himself some time. Big right hand by Tigre. And now he's into the cover on Cole. 1, 2, and a kick out. We're approaching that point in the match where any pin or any submission attempt could lead to a win. Neckbreaker there by Tigre. And now Tigre up to the top, landing the moonsault. And now Tigre trying to put Cole away to become tag team champions, but no! Cole able to fight out of it and get the tag into Zyler Glass. But Tigre back to his feet. Tigre, maybe they can destroy her again, and he connects. And now Tigre trying to put Zyler Glass away, but Zyler able to counter. And now another counter by Tigre. And now Tigre has the crossface locked in the middle of the ring. Is Zyler going to tap? No, he's able to get out. Forearm by Tigre. Big drop kick. And Tigre up to the top rope. Hits another frog splash. And the cover broken up by Cole. Now Tigre stomping at the back. And now has control of the right arm. And now the double knees to the back of Glass. And now Miguel Tigre kicking the face repeatedly. But Zyler with a roll up here. Could he get him? 1, 2, 3. He got him. The BHS retain. They absolutely stole that match. And still, your TNC Tag Team Champions. And now should Zyler Glass walk out of Turning Point still Tag Team Champions? It's a very real possibility that A, he could walk out of Clash as a double champ, or B, he walks out of Clash with no championships. Or he walks out with one and not the other.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Cole Crimson.
But the celebration continues for the BHS as Zyler continues to celebrate a very successful week, winning the Royal Rumble, becoming a TNC exclusive and retaining the TNC Tag Team Championships. But that will do it for this week. We already know 2 matches for next week, as Owen King and Kent Killstrom will open up next week's show in a submission match. And the winner of that match will face Pete Brents in the main event to potentially get themselves into the world title match at Turning Point, as well as picking the stipulation. So some huge, huge stakes for next week. And next week is a big one because it is episode 30 of TNC, which is huge. A huge, huge milestone. But that is all for this week, and we will see you next week for episode 30 of TNC.